All right, guys, I want to talk about UFC 300. It's coming up April 13th. There's still no main event. And I guess I wanted to ask a couple of questions if you're watching this video in general. How much does the number 300 mean to you if you're a casual fan? If you see the number 300, you're like, oh, UFC 300, am I going to go watch it? And I ask that because it seems like the UFC is putting a lot of faith in that number. McGregor's not going to be the main event. It doesn't seem like they offered it to John Jones, but obviously John Jones isn't going to be ready. And the card is really good, but if you're not a fan of the UFC, then like Aljamain Sterling versus Calvin Kattar, for example, yeah, that's a great fight. I'm a UFC fan, but if you're not a UFC fan, that's kind of that you probably don't even know who those guys are. So I think the UFC kind of made a really bad call not putting Conor on UFC 300. I'm going to make a separate video about him. But I think the card is good. It's just not the way I would have constructed the card. And I think they're setting themselves up for disappointment. There's rumors that there's going to be an announcement during the Super Bowl, but I don't really believe that. I don't anticipate the UFC spending money on that commercial. So we'll see. If it could be Leon versus Bilal Muhammad for the welterweight title. I don't see how that could be the main event. Like I said, we're not getting Conor, we're not getting John Jones, we're not getting Islam. So if they don't pull a rabbit out of a hat, I don't really see what could possibly be the main event other than Izzy versus DDP. It's the only main event I can think of. We'll see tomorrow. But as of right now, like I said, if you're a casual fan, I'm interested in the comments. What your level of excitement is going into this card, if you know of any of the fights going into this card, and overall kind of just what your overall thoughts on the card are, even if you're a UFC fan too, but I am interested on the casual fans opinion. Thanks for watching, guys, and I'll see you in the next one.